This is Will Powers, May 28th, 2017. Today's topic, the Seth Rich murder. In the last week, a lot has occurred in the Seth Rich murder case since I first reported on this story last July 2016. 27-year-old Seth Rich, a true patriot who wore red, white, and blue on the 4th of July, was a Democratic National Committee worker in the Washington, D.C. IT office as head of information technologies, according to Roger Stone. As such, he would have had access to sensitive information, such as the DNC emails that were given to WikiLeaks for publication before the presidential election in 2016. There is widespread speculation, which has a lot of support in the alternative media due to the vast amount of circumstantial evidence that Seth Rich was not only the source of the WikiLeaks material, but he was murdered by people connected to the DNC. Back in July 2016, WikiLeaks released some damaging emails implicating top DNC officers in dirty tricks to make sure Bernie Sanders was denied the nomination. Brad Marshall, chief financial officer for the DNC in 2016, in one email suggests questioning Bernie Sanders' religion, thinking that he was an atheist, and if he was, that might be a way to help Hillary and damage Sanders. In another email, DNC chairman Debbie Wasserman Schultz disparaged Bernie Sanders, saying he would never become president. Then she called Jeff Weaver, Sanders' campaign manager, an ass, in capitals, for urging the candidate to go all the way to the convention. And there was definite collusion between the mainstream media and the people who supported Hillary Clinton. On CBS Face the Nation, Wasserman Schultz, in one email, directed the studio to land good punches on Trump. These were just a few of the damaging emails exposing Hillary's campaign for what it was, a sordid mess, rife with corruption. In an interview you can find on YouTube, Julian Assange as much as says Seth Rich was the source of the leak, and he posted a $20,000 reward for information leading to the arrest of the murderer. Shot in the back, bruises on his face and hands as if he put up a struggle, Rich survived the attack and died in the hospital. Little or nothing is known about his last hours, if he was able to communicate or what. The D.C. police suspect a robbery gone wrong and are not willing to look at another possibility, or they were warned off the case. Either way, the investigation is going nowhere. Rich Wheeler, a former D.C. homicide detective, signed a contract with the parents of the deceased to run a parallel investigation into the murder. It is not known whether he was also working for Fox 5 at the same time, but he took no money from the Rich family. Wheeler told Fox 5 News that there was a cover-up and the police department was told to back down from the investigation. He believes that order came from the mayor's office and the DNC. Wheeler believes the key to this case lies on Seth Rich's laptop, which contains information that he was in touch with WikiLeaks before his death. However, it is too bad Wheeler made these statements before obtaining the evidence and perhaps an indictment. By the next day, Wheeler made a full retraction and apologized to the family, according to NBC News. There was a lot of pressure on him to recant by a couple of lawyers, said to represent the family. This raises a number of questions. First, why does the Rich family need a lawyer, and specifically a litigator, when they are not being sued or brought before a judge? Joseph Ingrasano is such a litigator and family spokesman. He made a statement to NBC News on behalf of the family. He is a partner at Kutak Rock, a national law firm with over 500 lawyers working for them. Ingressano also serves as chair on the Washington, D.C.'s litigation department. This, according to Kutak Rock's website, where they claim to represent hundreds of state and local government units, a substantial number of Fortune 500 corporations, and every major investment banking firm in the United States, and the list goes on, making it clear Kutak Rock represents high-end clientele. Joel Rich, Seth Rich's father, is retired and lives on a fixed income. And question number 2, if the Rich family reside in Omaha, why do they hire a lawyer who is based in Washington, D.C. to speak for them? The law firm has offices in Little Rock, too, home of the Clinton Library, and Kutak Rock has done work for the Rose Law Firm, where Hillary Clinton used to work. And if that's not enough of an indication these lawyers are heavily connected to the Clintons, the Rich family has another spokesman, Brad Bauman, who is actually a political consultant with connections to Media Matters, and David Brock, a known Clinton supporter. It has also been reported Bauman worked for the Democratic National Committee. It is apparent the Clintons have their spokesman working for them. And the Rich family? Will they have justice or a sense of closure? That is the last question.